Hello everybody, this is the larch that I've been working on for the last few years, and I'm going to repot it in spring, but I just thought I'd have a look at it now whilst it's losing all its needles. Missed the best part of the yellow colour. Unfortunately, the tree has went from being glorious yellow to, well, they're still brown very quickly. But what I just wanted to look at is this branch in back that I was trying to graft, which I don't believe has done anything, unlike the hornbeam, which the branch took very quickly and very well and shot up to the sky, if you've seen that video, and I'll try and link that here. This one, well, it hasn't died and it hasn't grown, and it's just sat and soaked, so I'm just going to leave that be over winter, and we'll see if it dies off or whether it will continue to do anything in spring. I may have to rewound the tree when I do the repot, but we will see. The tree's going to need a bit of a cutback and some some structural pruning over winter, but I will wait until it's fully dropped all of its needles. Then, as I say, it's only tail end of November now. Did I say the date? The 21st of November, so we've still got a lot of winter remaining, so I'm not going to be in a hurry, tempting though it is, to do that structural pruning. I can see I've got branches crossing and recrossing in places, but for now I'm just going to leave it. It's the 10th of January. It's a chilly morning, but I'm just going to do some light trimming on this tree in preparation for its repot later in the spring. I'm just trimming back some of these long growths. I may even do a little more when it comes to repot time. I know from experience now that the larches don't always take kindly to being pruned, root pruned and to repotted, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Quite a number of crossing branches. I think that's probably gonna do it. Take out that piece that's going straight down. I'm going to take out that piece entirely. There we go. Still not sure about this branch at the back that was grafted in. I'm not sure it's still alive, but we'll leave it for now and we'll see. It's the 10th of March, and I know I do have some young people watch my channel, and you're probably saying, well, Christmas was ages ago. No, it wasn't. It was just 5 minutes ago, it feels. So the buds are bursting on this little larch, Japanese larch. The branch I tried to graft into place back here is still alive. I had my doubts over the winter. It looked very dead, but it is shooting nicely, but it's not taken. So, which has left me in two minds as to whether I should repot this tree or not. The larch is being prone to soaking somewhat at times when they've been repotted, but I feel it's been in this pot a long time. It is very root bound, so it's going to have to be a quick repot, and hopefully that branch won't suffer as a result. Let's see if I can get this thing out of the pot. It's very root bound, I think. To resort to a little bit of gentle persuasion. I can get that underneath. I can begin to lever it out a little. I think it's probably caught under the drainage screens. This may look a little brutal, but given that I'm going to be chopping the roots off anyway, I do believe I may have wired this tree into the pot. Stupid me. Let's try that again. Okay, remembering that I wired this tree into the pot, I'm going to have to cut the wire underneath the tree in order to swiftly and smoothly pull it free from the pot. It must have been wobbly. I don't often, gosh, where did that come from? I don't often wire trees into pots, but maybe this one was particularly wobbly at the time. I ought to go and re-watch my own videos sometimes before I make the next one. But there you go. Life gets in the way of should have been sometimes. Okay, that's the tree out of the pot anyway. So I've cleaned the pot up. It was had a lot of algae and stuff on it from sitting on the bench for several years, and now I'm going to see about getting some of these roots away. There's the piece of wire that was holding it into the pot. Okay, lots of roundy roots, lots of roots in the bottom of the pot, which were what was pushing it upward out of the pot, which was what was bothering me. It was just rising up higher and higher out of the pot. By the time I cut this way, there's going to be quite a lot of root, but fingers crossed the tree will recover. A right old bird's nest of roots. That's our friendly neighbourhood robin that just pops in and out. Would just like me to leave that for him somewhere. He could move in tomorrow once it's dried out a little. Okay, so let's give the top of the root ball a bit of a clean up, get rid of some of that moss. Again, not the best nibari you've ever seen, but a lot of roots on this side of the tree which are holding the tree in place as it's leaning, but not so much this side. One or two surface roots is all. I'm just going to take a little around the edge, some of these big thick roots, so that it can start to generate some finer feeder roots closer into the trunk. Okay. remove that piece if I can. That's better. Okay, so it's quite a lot of root I've removed, but I had removed quite a lot of top growth over the winter. I think I'm going to need to take a little more off for balance, but let's get it back in the pot first. I'm not going to wire it this time. It is, as you can see, fairly stable. So let's move all the junk out of the way first. Coops has decided he's getting in on the act, which is quite unlike him, being the camera shy collie that he is. Are you sulking because I haven't taken you for a walk yet today? Is that your issue? Go for a walk in a bit? Walks aren't as much fun as they used to be, unfortunately. The arthritis in his front paws is getting worse, and despite this new wonder drug that he's on, he still finds some hard work. We only manage, well, probably about 3/4 of an hour is about his limit. A couple of years ago we thought naught of going off across the fields for 2 or 3 hours, and we'd get home and he would come in the front door and out the back door and want another walk or want to play in the garden, but no, he just wants to sleep when he gets back. But actually, at my age, sometimes I just want to sleep when we get back too. Anyway, back to the bonsai. I'm going to, I have put some substrate, soil, compost in the bottom of the pot, and a little bit of controlled release fertilizer. I'm just going to put another thin layer of substrate on top of that so the roots aren't sitting straight onto it, and then I'm going to try the tree for size. It's a little bit high still. Yeah, maybe a little bit high. That's better. And a nice flat root base is sitting nicely on the pot. On the substrate, on the pot. Yes. Liking that position. Okay, because I tipped a little out, put a little bit more controlled release fertilizer back in, and then a little bit more substrate on top of that. And this time I'm really not going to wire the tree in. That's more or less the position it was in before, which I was quite happy with, apart from the fact that it was lifting out of the pot. So now I just need to fill in. Just gonna keep working my way around, making sure we get down into. Okay, apologies, some camera issues there. The flat batteries, I've managed to cut my thumb on something as well, but never mind, we won't worry about that. That's the tree back in its pot, eliminated all the air gaps, and have a little bit of controlled release fertilizer around the top so that it can flush down into the bottom of the pot, in case I missed saying that. And I was muttering something about apologies for the fact that I'm repeating myself, but someone might have got a larch bonsai and stumbled across this video looking for info, so they may not have seen my other videos. Okay, let's get it on the turntable, give it a little bit of trimmage. Okay, so I'm just going to shorten back some of these longer growths to an outward facing bud, and just to compensate a little bit for the amount of root I have ended up taking. I knew I was going to have to take some, but well, that was quite a mass. Really, it all had to go. This back branch, it's still alive. I'm going to leave it because obviously I want it to extend and thicken. I'm going to shorten. It's got 2 leaders on it, so I'm going to shorten that one. It's interesting that this tree is covered in lichen. Again, I don't know how well that's picking up on the camera, but it certainly makes it look older. There's a piece there going back across to the trunk of the tree, so we'll remove that. Take off that bit that's coming out really to the front, a little too much. I'm going to remove that whole section there. Let's come in with those. Take off that bud. Take that back. That's better. That's cleared up that trunk line quite nicely. I don't know why I didn't see that before, but I didn't. Hey ho, such is life. There we go. Shorten that piece. That's better. That will hopefully set it up nicely for the rest of the spring. Obviously it needs a good drink now. But let's give you a quick 360. Let me know what you think. Branch there. I could live without. Obviously this tree is going to go into my shade house and get a little bit of mollycoddling over the next few weeks, and hopefully it won't soak too much. A quick shot with the drinks can for scale. So that's all for this one. Do the usual YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, but most of all, please do look after yourselves. Stay safe, everybody.